How's it going, everybody? Mike with Cleveland Cutting Board and Furniture Company for the Weekend Shop Update. As you can tell, Northern Ohio is coming off of not only a snowy last couple of days, but an extremely cold last couple of days. Current temperature right now is 16 degrees. The lowest I've seen in the last 5 days was negative 12 with wind chill. Luckily today the sun is shining and there's not a lot of wind. Wind makes all the difference in the world. So to say the least, I just have not been out in the shop. I popped in there and checked on things, but when it's this cold, it's just not good for you. It's not good for the tools. It's definitely not good for the tools. And it's just too hard. Even with the heat going in my other building, it's struggling to stay above 50. In the actual wood shop here, it has been absolutely treacherous. So what has been done in the last couple weeks since I talked to you last? The first thing, like I said, the weather's been terrible. Enough said on that. Yesterday, a good friend of mine, Frank, and I went down to Columbus, Ohio, about 2 hours away from where we're at, and we went to the Woodworking Show. Our first time. He and I have been talking about going for years. We finally said, hell with it, it's too cold to do anything else, so we drove down there. Pretty cool show. It was not like a big show, but there's a lot of great, if you look right here, there's a lot of great vendors, a lot of great little classes on how to use techniques to use a hand plane, techniques for sharpening, techniques for wood carving, wood turning. It was a pretty neat little experience. It was worth the drive down. Would I go every year? I don't know if it's worth going every year. I definitely did like seeing a lot of the things I don't normally see. So a lot of like vendors that make good quality, smaller vendors that make quality tools you don't necessarily see. There's one that I've actually bought a new tool from Spruce Toolworks, I think it's called, a little flatness scraper kind of thing. Really cool, came highly recommended, so I bought that. The other cool thing that really happened was a fan, one of the guys that followed me on here, I forgot his name, super nice guy, came up, introduced himself, so he liked watching the video. So I got a picture, my Sunday video, so I got a picture with him. Man, that was so great. That was the first time that sort of happened. One time when I was in the Virgin Islands, someone seen a shirt I had, my Cleveland Cutting Board shirt, and they said, oh, we got one of those, and they were from Arizona, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, getting recognized is pretty cool. My buddy that was with me thought that was cool too, so cheers to him for being a supporter, and I appreciate it. The other thing is going on, secret sign of the month went to my good buddy Scott. Scott had a little house fire. I'm not sure such thing as a little house fire, but he had a little incident where the front of his house caught on fire, just a crazy thing. He was fine, his dogs were fine, his house not so much. So for the secret sign of the month, I went and made Scott the sign here, Scott 2.0. So yeah, so remodeling his house, rebuilding I'm guessing the third of his front of his house has to be redone, his whole kitchen, because firefighters, they don't mess around. They go in there and they just blast everything, and that's to be safe. Okay, that's why firefighters. People say, oh, they did too much. You can't do too much. You've got to make sure the fire's out, because the smallest little ember keeps going. So they made sure that fire was out. So yeah, so secret sign for last month went to Scott. So what else? The countertop. I posted a picture. The countertop's coming along nicely. It would be done if it wasn't for the weather. I've got probably 12 to 16 more hours on it. And then before I start the actual finishing process of doing we're doing a black Osmo hard wax finish on it. It's gonna look really nice with this maple. But I got the joinery done on the main section, what I call sink left, sink right. That's all ready, it's been joined. Got the heavy duty dominoes in there. It's got this bracket right here, it goes in. That pulls everything nice and tight, so I can actually take that part off, because it's every bit of 11, 12 feet long, so it's just too big. So I made it in two pieces, and then there's stove left, stove right. So those would be done. So yeah, the weather's supposed to turn up and get better this week. I'm heading back to the building. It's just too freaking cold in here. The sun off that snow. There's a doggo. The dog's over here. Can you see her? Puppy's loving the snow. His first winter. He doesn't quite understand it. Vandal, come here, buddy. Come on. Fuck you, you come to me. This building is actually insulated because the laser engraver is water cooled, and also the little CNC, so it has to stay heated. So even with all the insulation, 2 heaters going, it's just struggling. I don't want to think about my heat bill. So not only am I fat and out of shape, but it's cold. It's a little better. So right now in here with 2 heaters going, it's 47 degrees. So it's just brutal. So if you can't tell, I've changed locations. It was just too cold outside. So I decided to come into the Cleveland Cutting Board Whiskey Tasting Bar, or my wife calls it the dining room. It was just too cold. The camera kept fogging up and I was just more tongue-tied than I normally am. It was just so cold. So I came inside, hot shower, clean clothes, poured a whiskey, and now we can get this video over with. Purple resin board, purple resin charcuterie board. This has got American cherry in it, and this, I forget the type of purple. It's purple, but they always put a fancy word from it. This will be done here in a few weeks. The goal is to have this done by the Ice Festival, which is coming up in 2 weeks. It's the first Saturday in February. All the local businesses in downtown Vermilion have an artist come out and do an ice sculpture for them out in front. And then it's just a great place. Come down, bring the kids, walk around. All the restaurants are open, all the bars are open, all the vendors, just about all the businesses are involved. I'll be set up at Harbortown Trading Company, right downtown Vermilion, next to Rudy's, across from the library. I'll be in there with my good friend Fran. See, I'm still cold and I get more whiskey in me. I gotta find that sweet spot where I'm not too cold and don't have too much whiskey. Anyway, I'll be set up there that Saturday. I think it's 11 to 4. I'll put the hours down here to confirm. But it's a really good time. Come on out. I'll have some charcuterie boards. I'll have some smokers. I think I'm out of grill scrapers. I might have 1 or 2 left. So basically all the stuff from Christmas I'll have there. It'll be a good time. Fran's got a lot of great stuff. My wife loves her shop. All my wife's friends go there. A lot of good stuff. So I'll put the information down here somewhere for you guys. And that's pretty much it. This week going forward, I'm hoping, and according to Weatherman, we're going to have weather back up into the upper 30s and 40s, which is a lot better to work. Not for me, but also the tools. That's my biggest concern is the tools. You can't work. If I'm sanding, I can work with gloves. If you're working on power tools, table saws, band saws, anything like that, you don't want to do with gloves. It's just not safe. So now the weather's hopefully going to have a good week. I can get the countertop done and jump back over on my friend Dustin's end tables. And not just coffee tip. So that's it. Everyone have a great week. I'm planning on doing a Whiskey and Wood Talk this Wednesday on Facebook. I tried doing it on YouTube. There's just too many things I got to work out. So while I'm working on that, I'll continue to do those on Facebook. If you're not friends with me on Facebook and you want to watch one of those Whiskey and Wood Talks, send me a friend request. I'll definitely get you involved. And then if you have any questions regarding anything I'm involved with, whiskey, wood, watches, traveling, I don't know. It's turned into an all general conversation type thing. So email those questions. I got a few in already that if you email me a question, I'll answer it then. I won't make you wait, but I'll answer the question best I can, and then we'll discuss it. I'll bring it up during the video. So everyone have a great week. Stay warm. Remember, always kill them with kindness.